And it says we are live, so let me check that out. Good morning, Vicki.
Good morning. How are you?
Froggy. How are you?
Froggy and Droopy. I think we're part of the Seven Dwarfs.
Oh man, why is it every time we've been live lately, I lose my voice for some reason?
I don't know. We had wicked thunderstorms last night, and I woke up and I had a sinus headache first thing this morning. I'm like, whoa. Took some Tylenol. Feels a little better. I'm hoping there's no more rain coming today.
So Minka is here. Good morning, Minka.
Oh, I don't have my thing on comments. Let me change my screen.
Well, I
Hello.
need to change mine too, because there it is. Hello, hello, hello. So I was playing around with some stuff because remember how the names weren't coming. So I made some changes to my account this last week. In case you hadn't noticed, things are a little bit different. We
Nope.
don't have that logo up there from StreamYard anymore.
Didn't even notice it the first place.
And
My powers of observation
I
are.
can do more fun things like
Uh-oh. Hey,
um,
Barb.
like this.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, I got shadows here because I got my camera
I
because
got
I'm
them
gonna
all
go
over the place. I
down
don't care anymore.
to the desk. But yeah, so I was playing around with some things because I swapped some money from doing some other things into this one so that I could do more in this one, thinking that it might be more advantageous for us. So we'll see. We'll see if it's really worth our time and trouble.
Can you make me
So
10 years younger and give me bangs?
you can improve your picture on here, you know.
Mine is not blurry, which
No,
surprises me.
when you pick your camera, it asks you if you want to touch up your.
Oh, yes, it does. Yeah, I do that. That's a lie. So I don't do it.
But I don't show my face that much, so we're
No.
gonna show. So good morning, Barb. Hello, hello.
Oh,
What's the play today? Okay.
hey, Safia. I'm doodling today, like I did last time.
Hi, Safia.
Oh, afternoon. That's right. I forgot she's in a different.
Yeah, so I told Vicky I was gonna talk about the ATC swap in what is it? Art Joy Sharing.
That's
I'm
good.
telling you, neither one of us had a lot of sleep last
We're
night.
so on it today.
So
If one of us nods off, the other's going to have to cover for him.
Minka says she's gluing. Um,
Oh, at least she's
so
awake.
she's awake. Well, yeah, it's
That's a
probably
bonus.
late in the day for her.
Oh,
Um, anyway, if you haven't seen it, it's posted at the top of the group. If you want to participate, you can do anywhere from 1 to 5 ATCs. I need to know by the 15th that you're going to participate. And there's an email where you can send, yes, I'm going to do it, and how many you want to do it, and your address so that we know you're in.
I picked 5 just because I like odd numbers.
I I saw that. I like odd numbers too. 5 is a good number. 5
I
is a good
thought
number.
so.
Well, I mean, I realize that the postage has gone up to what, 68 cents
It's
here?
gone up to ridiculous.
68 cents. So, as you're doing that and you're sending out a letter, you're going to figure out, and I
It
figured
better be
5,
something good.
everybody can afford 5 at that price. But, when you get into larger quantities, it can add up, or
It's
larger
ridiculous.
packaging.
I think the internet is driving up the cost of postage because why should I spend 60 some odd cents to send somebody a note when I can just do it in an email.
So check this out. She says she cranked out about 9 last night.
Well, how nice.
She's on a roll.
You know, if we had not had thunderstorms all night last night, I think I would have slept a little bit better because I was tired enough to sleep. But every time I doze off, there'd be a crack of thunder and the whole house would light up. And then the dogs were, you know, kind of unglued because they don't like that kind of thing. And
Vicki, do you have your book there with your ATCs? Barb
yes,
is
I do.
asking a question.
When you swap things, what do you do with the things you get? Oh, let me show you. Shall I go down?
Yes.
Now that
It's
I
time.
know
I
how to
think it's
do
time.
this, doodah. Ta-da!
There we go.
I'm so excited something actually worked. All right, so this is my notebook. It's just it's one of those smaller 3-ring binders that says, look how old it is. Everything's coming undone. ATC, postcards, and minis. I put stuff in here in that 9, what are they, baseball card thingies where there's 9 of them.
Yeah.
So I put them in there. Mine are in the front of past things that I've done. And then I did the I did the 20s in here. And then as I get further back, people I know. And on the back it says made by Peg Robinson, made by Peg Robinson, made by Peg Robinson. Made by Linda McCullum, and Miss Becky McCauley. So I saved those, and I haven't made any additions or subtractions from this in years and years.
So it's time she added to her book.
Actually, it's time I subtract from it.
Well, both add and subtract, you know.
All right, so let me run over. Peggy, talk. I'm going to go get a book.
So I have these kinds of things, these card holders. These are baseball card holders, and they have a lid to them. The reason mine are standing up in here is because a lot of these are ones that are for trade, or I have backgrounds that are already completed that are ready to do something with. So I can, when I get enough for a deck, I can fill out one of these containers with a deck, and then I have these stacked on a shelf.
Okay, so I'm going to show you. These are really old, but I belonged to a Zentangle SWAT group, and it says 2013, 2014. So I took those, I don't know what they call these rings that unclip. Are they binder rings?
Yeah, they are.
Okay, so I took those, and then I wrote in here who sent me what. I don't know why this one is. Oh, I put it in a pocket. Anyway, well, there's that one. It fell off of here. It's supposed to stick right there. So I took them. Some of them sent them in those covers, you know, the thingies. So here are the Zentangles that I got, and I just glued them into this little book and made a little book of this stuff. Wow, Alice Hendon. Ooh, that's a name from the past, isn't it? And she was a CZT number 9. Ooh. Oh, there's another CZT. So I just put them in this book so that I could hang on to them. I really didn't know what to do with them. And I put them in here to save them. So this is all full of CZTs from a swap that I did. Geez, 100 years ago. There's some beautiful stuff in here. Then they decided that they wanted to do a postcard swap. So I did the same thing. I did the binder rings. And then this was, look, recycled. Upside down, but it is recycled. So I put all the postcards. It's 2013. And they were all Zentangle postcards.
Cool.
There's one from a person named Kat Wilson. So I just put them all in here like this and did it like this because I didn't know what to do with them. Now I might store them differently, but every once in a while when I need inspiration, I will get this book out and I will flip through this thing. This lady, Debbie Pruitt, she has an art store shop class sort of thing in Colorado Springs, Colorado. My son got stationed there and I went to visit. And one day when I didn't have to watch my grandson, I decided I was going to go to her shop. So it was really weird that I did a swap with her and I actually got to meet her in person at her shop.
I know that name, so maybe it's from her store. Does she still have a store there?
Oh, yes, she does. Yeah.
Okay, all
In
right,
Colorado Springs.
cool.
It's called Blue Nest, something like
Yeah.
that. So then, anything that was left over from mine that I didn't mail those postcards off, I put my stuff in the back of the book so that I could hang on to it. So I didn't want to get rid of them, so I hung on to them. That's it. So that's 3 different ways I've stored this stuff because I didn't know what else to do with it.
Yeah. Well, and while you were doing your retrieval there, I kind of showed them what I did with some stuff. So they have some options there, but I put up what Sophia had said about international. You can join. What I try to do is put people from the same country together. If we don't have enough people from a country, I mean, I am willing to exchange some internationally, but my budget's my budget too. So, but if you do not want to exchange internationally, all you have to do is let me know. I'm willing to work with whoever with whatever they want to do. So, email me and let me know what your wishes are, because I get it, so get it.
Becky, you missed me showing your ATC from a swap we did.
Yeah, so Beck says she will send international. So, I'll put the people who are willing to swap internationally
You
in a
put them all
separate
together.
category. I don't know if we're going to get many of those or not. So, anyway, function, is that Andrea?
Did you write it down?
Yeah. Hi. Well, okay, remember I have fog brain this morning. Hello. Fog brain, fog brain, fog brain.
Got to get back in the kitchen. Uh-oh. I hope it's something good.
Yeah. So, speaking of kitchen, have you done any new flavors in your creamy?
Nope, we're still eating the ones that I did the first 4. We ate 2 of them last night. We had the strawberry ice cream and then we had the vanilla with the chipped chocolate in it.
Yeah.
So what's left is the 2 we don't really like. And that's the canned pineapple that's a sorbet, has no taste to it. Then what's the other one? Lemonade blueberry or lemon blueberry. My husband wanted that one, so I did it. And the lemonade is so overpowering in it, you can't even taste the blueberries. So I'm going to make some adjustments to that one because I think it's still a good one. It just needs a boost,
Yeah.
not so much lemonade taste. It's got a cup and a half of lemonade in it.
Yeah, well, some of the stuff takes over. Like I did one that was had some peppermint in it.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to do a chocolate peppermint.
Ooh.
Ooh, I mean, for the mix-in, I was doing those mini dark chocolate chips.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, all you could taste is the peppermint, so you have to go really lightly on something like that.
Oh yeah. Well, I have some like the strawberry ice cream one. You couldn't taste the strawberry because all it wanted was fresh strawberry. So I'm going to put in some strawberry extract in it to give it a little boost. I think it'll be a lot better that way. But after I dump out the 2 we don't like, I will start all over again and play around some more. It is very loud, like a lot of people say, but it's not as loud as I thought it was going to
It
be.
was not as loud as the videos we were watching.
Oh
on
my word, the guy was spazzing out. They're so loud. Okay. Every time he used it, he goes, "That's really loud." I'm like, "All right, we get it. It's loud."
Yes, yes, Andrea, we are talking about the Ninja Creamy. We both invested because
Oh,
we
and it's an
decided we
investment.
wanted healthy snacks. So I was doing frozen yogurt and stuff like that. And
Well, I bought some Greek yogurt, so we're going to give that one a whirl.
yeah, that turned out fine. You know, I did that. Um,
Well, I had to go buy a lot of dairy products I don't usually keep in my house. Like I don't keep a lot of cream cheese here, heavy whipping cream, or half and half.
well, and one I did yesterday that, you know, I'm probably going to try out later today has coconut milk in it.
Oh, there you go. Well, it's only like now one of them had a half a cup and the other one had like a fourth of a cup. That's fine, but if I eat more than a certain amount, it's not fine anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
You. So I'm going to look for other things. What did I see? I saw something. What was it? A keto one? I thought, well, I may or may not try it.
Yeah.
But I think it's very interesting. And this is, you know what it is? It's like testing out new watercolors. You buy a bunch of stuff and you test it and you're like, ooh, no, I don't think so. And then you tweak it.
Hi, Janice. Good
I'm having
morning.
a good time playing with it.
So I was just okay, this is an old journal. I had like one page at the back. And so, you know, we were talking about grid journaling. And so I was just putting some color blocks down because I got to let this dry so that I can do something with it. So that's going over to the side.
Okay, well, I'm using this pen. I think this comes from Dollar Tree, does it not? This Optimus. Isn't that the brand that's two for a dollar?
Looks like it could be.
Yeah, well, it does great black. The only problem is that it really soaks in. I'm using a envelope. This is for my ATC mailing, and I'm
Yeah.
doodling on the envelope. But man, it feathers out because it soaks into the envelope. I'm not crazy about this. I don't like pens that soak in and feather. I like
Yeah.
that crisp, sharp look. And this is kind of feathering out a little bit. Not crazy about that. But my pens are on order. I ran out of my usual doodle pens. And so I ordered some new ones. And of course, Amazon has, you know, this 2-day shipping thing is a myth.
Yeah.
So, so I'm waiting for my pens that'll
Yeah.
get here whenever they feel like it.
They will. They will arrive in their own time.
Well, we're having the total eclipse sometime in April, and it's a very big deal here because we are right in the path of the total eclipse. So I ordered us 2 pairs of those eclipse glasses at the
Yeah.
exact same time from the exact same place. One came last week, one pair came today. But they were ordered from the same place.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they were in the same warehouse.
They came from the same place.
But they have, you know, if they have multiple warehouses.
Well, the return address is exactly the same as the other one. So I'm like, well, I don't understand this. So it came in with my new punch.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. So it's mix and match.
Yeah.
And they go, oh, we want you to order to save boxes and stuff. And I'm thinking, poof, I ordered 5 things at once. And one thing came one day, 2 came today, 2 or 3 more are coming like Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I'm like, all right. There is no rhyme or reason to the shipping.
Well, okay. So Minka's asking a question. And the problem is there is no buy local for the things that we're talking about.
Nope.
If I could buy it locally, I would, but you know how many times I've been to the stores since we've had the pandemic and all of that kind of stuff looking for things and they don't have what I'm looking for.
Well, I live an hour from the nearest city.
Yeah.
So it is cheaper for me to use Prime and have it shipped here than it is to drive an hour somewhere and not find what it is I went to look for.
I mean, even if I'm going to some place like Lowe's or Home Depot or something like
I
that,
still have to drive an hour.
but I can drive a half hour. I can be at those stores, but I walk in and I will have looked up an item to see if they carry it. I walk into the store and they say, "Oh, well, you have to order that online. You can't get it in the store."
Yeah, that's getting to be everyone's new explanation for everything. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, that's like Joann's.
Yeah.
They have really good yarn deals, and you go, "Oh no, sorry, can't get. It's not in the store. You have to order it online."
Right.
So the pandemic has left residual
Yes.
effects.
Residual effects.
Yes.
Exactly. So
So I
there's a couple of backgrounds for ATCs. Now, another inspiration that I got this week that I'm
uh-oh.
going to work on
Uh-oh.
is, I don't know if you guys go over to, let's see. Barb says she prefers to buy locally. We have two
I
really good
would
art supply shops. Well, and see, a
I
lot of
would if I
places don't
could.
have art supply shops.
We don't have anything like that where I live. My town has 2,000 people in it. We don't have diddly squat.
Yeah, and the closest art supply shop for me is about 40 minutes away, and it's a Dick Blick, and they do not carry everything in their store because it's a small Dick Blick. So the storefront only has certain things, so you still have to order online. So I was looking at, one of the classes that is real popular for the last 3 years is fodder school. And so I was looking at, I was trying to see if I had it up here. I don't. If you do the hashtag fodder school 3 or whatever, you can see what they're doing for this year. Some of what I saw were inspiration decks. And I thought, I need an inspiration deck. One of the girls was doing an inspiration deck for her purging and cleaning and, kind of a KonMari kind of thing. And I thought, ooh, I could do one of those. And so I had this box, we all have these boxes sitting around with stuff in it. I decided I was going to make a deck to go in here. And I had this, what is this? This is Bristol. I had this is some Bristol that I'd cut down. I'd use the other part for a journal or something. And because I buy them in these big ones when they're on sale. This was 11 by 14.
Yeah.
And so I just cut this off to make something more user-friendly size for me. And then I've got this part that's left over. And Bristol I like because it's a smooth surface, so I can, put just about anything on it. I can throw about anything at it. And then, these cards are like 5 by 7. So I can put this in the box with my deck and I can decorate these up. So I'm going to be working on that. Probably not today, but I just thought, this is coming up. This is something I want to do. So I was getting a start on that just to remind myself I want to do that.
I look back through some of my old stuff. I don't know about you, but sometimes I'm surprised at what I used to do that I don't do anymore.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, that was good. Why don't I do that anymore? I have no idea.
Yeah. Well, and see, I've got unfinished journals because remember part of this year was about finishing up some of these things that we had started that, just haven't been touched in a long time.
Yep.
So I was looking through here and I was seeing, okay, do I have pages left to finish in this book? And lo and behold, there was, wherever it was. Yeah, here. I put this book in there to market. There were these, There were these at the back that had not been done yet.
That was
So
too easy.
I want to do some of that grid journaling in some of these pages that, still need to be finished out in this journal. Yeah, Andrea, I see a lot of ones that are for sale, but I really like making my own art, doing my own thing. Like I was thinking about, well, what kind of art do I want to put on that? And I thought, well, do I want to do funky houses because it's about cleaning out, or do I want to do silly critters like funny birds, or do I want to do something flora and fauna? Yeah. So I may have multiple decks for different reasons here by the time I get done. I'm not sure.
Too many choices, too little time.
Well, once you get started on something like that, it's like, what am I going to do? And then I get inspired by so many of them. And so, like, when you go out and you look at that hashtag, you're going to see a lot of different people doing a lot of different types of decks. And so I just briefly looked at that this morning. And I thought, well, I need to go back and see what they're doing for their inspiration deck. What are they using their deck for? Is it for prompts? Is it, I don't know how people are using it. So it's kind of fun to see how people use them. What would be something that would be of use to an artist in their studio. So let me see.
Guess what I forgot to do? Oh, this is the thing.
Thanks. Yeah. We'll see how far I get on this. But
It'd be helpful if I turn the camera on.
oh, you're gonna okay. Yeah.
I
yeah,
forgot to do it last time.
yeah.
I don't want
Well,
to make that same mistake.
I have plenty to record, so I'm not gonna do this one. I got other stuff. So another artist that was inspiring me, I was in a chat. This is another book I need to finish. This was one where I was doing, the colors for inspiration, and I was just taking things, and this is another book I need to finish. Okay, enough of that. Another artist I was watching was doing an acrylic pour, and she was painting on top of the acrylic pour. Well, I wasn't so inspired by the acrylic pour as I was what she was doing. She was putting bubbles on top of the acrylic pour. If you have watched my friend, oh dear, her name is Laura, and her channel, I think, is Mural Dreams, because she paints murals on the sides of houses. I want her to come and paint something for me. Barb has sort of an inspiration deck as a screensaver. Good idea. That, once you get a deck, having it saved that way is great, because you could just, flip to whatever you want. I think that's a great idea, Barb. Anyway, she was working on a really dark background. Well, one of the things that I have is this black journal. And remember, this is where last time I was doing a live chat with friends, I was working on this. That's
so pretty.
This was the page we did. I was punching out the holes, and then I was putting this tag on the back side. And so this now has continued on across the page. And I did a little bit of journaling and a little bit of doodling and did this. And then the other day I did this one. And I did not film this. No, not Laura the Way I Roll. Laura is I don't know if I can find her.
Was it on Instagram or YouTube?
She's on YouTube.
Ah.
She's Laura Mural Dreams. And I'll have to put a link in for her. I don't know if I can find her right now. She does have a website because she does art that she sells, and she will do custom work. Like if you want a mural, she'll do that sort of thing. So
I think the post office is going to hate me.
Okay.
I should just put the stamp on it and not go into the post office to hear about I've covered up the spaces for the postmark and all that stuff. I went in to go to the post office to mail off a package and an envelope last week, and it freaked me out. I was the only person in there. I was the only one in the post office. And I was like, okay, what's wrong with this? And I asked the lady, I said, why am I the only one in here? Not that it's, a bad thing, but I'm a little curious as to why there's no people in here. She goes, you should have been here from 9 to 11. When we put out the mail, she goes, it's mass hysteria. I was like, well, thank you. Now I know to come between 11 and 12. That way the mail's already posted. And then the noon people are the people on their lunch break from work that are getting their mail. It was just bizarre. I got in there and I heard, I'll be with you in a minute from the very back of the post office. I'm like, oh, okay, wonder what's going on back there. I think she might have been sorting mail. I don't know. But I was like, wow, that's really weird. I'm the only person in here. And it made me feel strange. I shouldn't feel strange for being the only one in the post office. When you live in a small town and they're the only game in town, you do wonder sometimes what goes on in there. And then I was a little freaked out the other day. I saw the postal van. She came around because I live in a cul-de-sac, and she came around the cul-de-sac, and then there was this man in a van right behind her. And I thought, oh, tell me he is not going to rob her. She stopped and put something in my box. He stopped behind her. She moved on, and he followed her around. And then it dawned on me, he's the package guy. She didn't have room in her van for everything. So he follows behind her, delivering the stuff she couldn't carry. I thought that was so funny. I was like, man, I thought he was like scoping out the neighborhood or something. Okay. I live in a very small town, so.
I obviously cannot do that. Follow a conversation in.
What were you doing?
I was trying to find her channel. I mean, I did find her channel, but then when I tried to copy it over, it didn't work. So, oh well.
Well, you can do it when we're done.
Yeah. So anyway, the thing that was inspiring me was she was using stencils, and I love stencils. And she was painting. Okay, so it was a Temu stencil that she was using, and I'm not a real fan of their stuff, but it was
me neither.
It was a koi fish, and I happen to have this one from Stencil Girl, which I like.
Yeah.
Which is koi. And I thought, ooh, that would be really good, but it's not. This is really not the right size for this journal. So, but I have other fish stencils. Believe it or not, I have other fish stencils. And
didn't you carve one?
A stencil?
No, a stamp. Sorry, wrong thing. Sorry.
I did a mermaid.
Could have sworn you did it. I could have sworn you did another a fish.
Oh, I don't know. You know.
I'm not going to say a word. I have no room to talk.
Well, but I do have multiple fish. And the one I was looking at that I thought I might want to use is one from my friend. This one is from Gwen LaFleur. I actually took a class with her. When was that? A few years back. She was teaching down in St. Louis, and so I was able to catch up with her and take a class with her. And she's amazing. But she has these fish. And I have used these in the past, as you can tell. I have used these in the past. But I thought this would be fun on here. But one of the things that Laura was doing is she was putting bubbles into the background. So
yeah.
I want to start with that.
I do like bubbles. I hate this pen on here too. This is okay, I have to change pens. This is driving me crazy how much it's soaking in. I know it's going to look weird now that I've swapped pens, but I just can't. I don't like how it soaks into the paper. These are cheap envelopes. Yeah.
So
Jelly rolls don't soak in like that, so now it's going to look well. I might as well finish with this one because, like, maybe the next one I'll do with more fine point. But I don't like these that soak in.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it feathers and it doesn't make it look like a nice crisp drawing, which is what I was trying for. So that's about our girl. Okay, so I got to use up these Poscas before they all dry up and die.
Yeah, I've got a lot of them too, and I
know. I went kind of crazy when I bought them.
I have a lot of bubbly looking stencils, don't I?
Safia says that she has some foam stamps that are going to come out. Oh, I would be overwhelmed too. That is awesome news. Congratulations.
That's cool. That is cool. Well, be sure and tag me when they do come out so I can take a look-see.
I know what's coming next.
You do not.
That's what I bought today. I can't say anything because I bought that creamy, so I have no room to say anything.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm
not sorry, but I will say I do like it though. I mean, I do. I like it.
Yeah.
I think
it's just getting the right recipes,
Well, not only that, but if you want to remix it, you got to set it out and let it fall out a little bit before you do it. And then if you want to eat it, you have to remix it and blah. You don't get instant gratification.
I have to say that when I put the remix in last night,
yeah,
I really liked how creamy it was.
We did the remix. The only downside to using that is that stuff tends to melt a little quicker than regular ice cream does. And I know it's because of all the additives in it.
Yeah.
But it was like starting to get melty and I didn't like the melty. All right. I don't like this design, so I'll keep going so I can finish and say I finished it. Blech.
Let's see.
Yeah, no. Not working for me. Okay, let's start. Plan B. Oh. Well, I'm looking back through this book trying to find, things I really like. I like frames and I like strings. They call them strings. And I'm looking back here at some of the stuff that I did in the past in this book again. I thought I might jazz up my envelopes a little bit, you know, just for grins and giggles.
Yep.
Ay, ay, ay.
This one is Buttercup.
Barb, here's the name of the ribbon one. Loop, Lupe, by Christina. I think her last name is Vanderlust. There's that one right there. I do love this one right here. Okay, so we're gonna start all over because we're a goober. Oh, see, this one's nice. I like this one. This one's good. I can do this. Look, it's just a line and little hash marks. That's right up my alley. I can handle this one. It's just lines. I'm good. Actually, they look kind of like leaves. You know, I haven't doodled in so long. I've been so involved in working on Artemat stuff that I've kind of lost my direction for anything else. And then Barb gets on and doodles, and it's like, oh, okay, I remember what it was I liked a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's all Barb's fault.
I like that
Hey,
particular.
Sherry. It's all Barb's fault. I'm going to blame everything on Barb.
Why not? She has broad shoulders, right?
Yeah, well, if she doesn't, we're in trouble. I'm in trouble because I blamed her for all of this. I mean, okay, where is it? I redid, let's see, we did the video the other day, and I worked in the book that I made for AJOS for 2023, and I never use it. So after filming the other day, I really wanted to make the heart thing work. So I went in here, somewhere in here, and redid the hearts.
Hi, Sherry.
I thought they needed to be done on watercolor paper, and I like it much better on this than the black than on the tan paper. I think this is much better, and the ink soaks in the watercolor paper very nicely. So I redid the hearts on here from the thing we did the other day. I do like this a lot better. So that was fun. I'm slowly getting it filled in. Might take another 5 or 10 years. I have a feeling my art supplies are going to outlast my lifetime. Thanks, Barb. It's all your fault. I'm just telling you, it's all your fault, Barb. all those pretty tangles and things, I just feel inadequate. So I had to whip out my pen and remind myself what my first love continues to be. I do like doing doodling because it's basically my brain in neutral. I don't have to really think hard about too much about it. And that makes me very happy. If I don't have to think too hard, I'm good.
Yes, I could put one koi on one side and one on the other. I don't know what I want to do here.
I do like koi fish pictures.
I do too. But I do have this other stencil, which is kind of fun because I really like this fish. He's kind of like a grouper or something. He's kind of weird.
Yeah. Oh, he's got nice big eyeball.
Yeah.
My cousin and I met in Waco for her birthday. And in the parking lot across from the hotel where she was staying at had a Japanese restaurant.
Yeah.
We went over there to have dinner, and inside the main foyer of the restaurant is a small rectangular pool that has koi fish in it.
Isn't that fun?
Oh, I could have sat there and stared at them all night and not eaten one bite of food and been perfectly happy.
Yeah. the zoo down at, well, actually a couple of different zoos I've been to, but the one in Des Moines has a nice koi pond where you can take the kids and feed the koi.
Oh, it's so relaxing to watch them. And they're such beautiful fish. Very expensive, beautiful fish.
Yeah, my friend who has her husband built a beautiful waterfall pond out in back of their house.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. But they had koi in there. Of course, they have to bring it in the winter here. But
Oh,
she got some kind of creature. I don't know if it was a mink or what, but they found the koi and they are no longer part of the landscape. So now she buys goldfish every year.
raccoons enjoy eating fish.
Yeah, yeah, they do.
Oh, thank you. You guys are very nice, but it's just doodles. It's not anything of major life altering substance because I just don't do stuff like that. I leave that to the real experts, the CZTs. Ta-da! Oh, look. Wow, that was so hard. I can't wait for these envelopes have too much, should I say, cotton in them. They're just not. I like the ones that are a little more shiny so that the pen looks nice and crisp on it. The Uniball Air and the Optimus from Dollar Tree both soak in and feather. If I used my microns, they might not do that. Or these. These are really good for not. This is a very fine point. This is the Uniball Signo. Ooh, is there an ink in here? Not a lot. I'm a pen addict. Hi, my name is Vicki. I'm a pen addict. And I am not in recovery.
I have to say, she brings the rest of us right along with her.
Miss Creamy. All right, let's try this one. This is a fine line pen. Oh, yeah, much better. So maybe I'll use this on the rest of it. Although it does make, well, I guess it's okay. I've also discovered something else about my doodling. And I'm not sure why I feel this way, but I'm into repetitive patterns. And the carving that I do for Carve December is the same type thing. It's repetitive patterns it's a repetitive square that I can stamp, and then it looks like linoleum tile. I just love the way that stuff looks. I don't know why. Maybe it's recovery from being a child of the 50s. Everything was linoleum. And the repeating patterns were great. I just love the repeating patterns. Where did I start this? Here. I went all the way down here. And then here. And then here. So I mean, you can't tell really that I like repeating patterns. Because everything in here, I don't like combining patterns. Like you see people do the Zentangles on the cards and they do the little line and the dots and all that. I just am not that kind of doodler. Just not like that. And I found a person on Instagram via Pinterest that I really like it because that's the kind of doodles she does. She does a whole page of the same thing. And I'm like, oh, she's my spirit doodler. Whose name I cannot pronounce, but I don't really care. I just like that she does a whole page of the same pattern. I'm like, oh, she's my person. And I told her where I found her, and she gave me a heart back. I was like, oh, that's so nice. She has like 50 million followers. I'm just one little fish in the pond. Since we were talking about koi fish.
Match this up again.
Look at that. That's gorgeous. I do, man, I like the fish.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have a folder on Pinterest that's nothing but fish.
Oh, that's right. You are a fishy girl.
I love the fish. I am all about those fish. All right, what am I going to put over here in these?
I want to add some gold. Oh yeah.
Blank spots.
That gold helps. So, but I put some gesso behind just to. Now that's going to be wet. I need to dry that.
You know who else inspires me? Is Aunt Beck.
Yes, she does.
She inspires me to watch and not crochet. I am a terrible crocheter, but I just love watching her crochet, and I love her yarn collection, and I just watch, and I'm like, that's so nice. And I do absolutely nothing about it. That's so bad.
I watch, I think about it, and then I go on to something else because I think my crochet days are over.
Well, okay, so I've watched Becky do so many crochet projects and the baskets and stuff that I bought a book because I watched what's her name? Elise Rose Crochet. She used to be petite something. Anyway, so I bought a book that she talked about in one of her videos, the Lovelies. And so I went and bought all this honkin' size yarn. It's a 6. I have never knit or crochet with anything that huge in my life. And I bought hooks, I swear, that look like closet dowels. I'm so nervous. I bought the stuffing to do them because you stuff their heads and their bodies are flat. So I bought all that. This is for my granddaughter, my baby granddaughter, and for my grandniece. And I am so intimidated by the size of that yarn and that stinking hook that I have almost talked myself out of doing it.
Oh no.
Well, I'm not a great crocheter. I'm better at knitting.
Yeah, but you're good at everything you do. I just don't let it intimidate you.
Oh, and Beck said that super bulky yarns will exhaust you. Okay, that's it. I'm done. I'm not doing it. That's all I needed was somebody to tell me that. I'm done.
I need a brush.
Let me return those 4 skeins of yarn. I mean, this stuff is huge. I picked out a duck and a sheep. And I want to do the duck and the sheep and do 2 of each one. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know. I'm a knitter. I'm not a crocheter. I have a crochet hook because I screw up knitting. Seriously. I mean, I did learn how to crochet when I was a kid, but it wasn't, I don't know why. Maybe it was the clicking of the needles that my grandmother had that I loved hearing that clicking because back then they used straights. And I loved the sound of that clicking.
Well, I didn't like crocheting when I was a kid because they were teaching me how to make doilies.
Oh, I love doing doilies. I've made many doilies. But that's when my eyes were about 40 years younger.
Yeah. And you could still see the stitches. Yeah.
Oh, no kidding. Like I wear like a lamp headset with a magnifying glass strapped to my head.
Yeah.
It's awful. But I kept all I inherited the last of my grandmother's crochet hooks, the steel hooks and her other metal hooks or they're aluminum, I guess. And I did buy something from Joann's the last time I was in there that was a cushion handle. And I held it in my hand. I thought, oh, this might be a game changer. And I'm thinking, nah, I'm still not a crocheter. I don't think it's going to make me crochet any better or worse than what I would normally do. I don't know. I just intimidated by crocheting. And I know it sounds so silly, but I am. I just need to practice more. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Well, I vacillate between knitting and doing art and knitting and doing art. And it's, you know, it's a flip-floppy thing because it's too hot here in the summer to do that kind of stuff and have it sitting in your lap.
Yeah.
So I knit socks in the summer months because they're small, portable, and they don't sit in my lap. In the winter months is when I do Afghans and larger things
Good
because,
plan.
yeah, because I don't have to have a blanket because I have that thing, that monster on my lap.
Yeah.
But I watch a lot of knitting and crochet videos, and now I've started following a couple of crochet Instagrammers, and I'm like, why? Why?
Well, Barb says she just started a project.
Oh, good luck.
Yeah, the granny squares seem to be very popular right now. There's a whole lot of that going
Oh,
on.
yes. You should see the beautiful coats I make. Thanks, Barb. I appreciate it. Are you going tomorrow? I know I'm going to be there. I might have to bid on my own stuff if it doesn't sell.
Tell everybody about what it
Oh,
is.
tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. Is it Eastern? No.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
was
11
Easter.
Eastern, which is 10 Central. They're doing an auction of items that people have mailed to Malia and to Shelley and Crafting Mamas. It's a benefit for Janet Bockham, whose husband passed away. And so it's a mixture. Aunt Beck sent 3 baskets. They were the cutest stinking things. And somebody sent these gnomes.
Oh, cute.
It's a crocheted bunny gnome and a male and a female Valentine looking gnomes. And I thought it was going to, I think Joyce Boring is the person who made them. Did you know what time your stuff will? No, they didn't tell me. I don't know. So I just, I mailed a box of knit stuff. I made a video, put it in my Facebook and put it in my, my Facebook page. You don't have to be an artist to bid. 100% of the money from the sales of the items are going to go to Janet. The buyer will foot the bill for the postage, and that will be reimbursed to whoever mailed it out. But 100% of the proceeds will go to Janet and her family. So I'm very impressed with how many people donated. And if you can't donate an item, then I think Shelley is going to share. I think, did she say a PayPal account? Sherry, do I have that right? Oh, there's Malia. Oh, yeah. There's no schedule for the time of the items.
Yeah, and I think I may still have the PayPal account because you can just go make a donation there too.
Yep. And then this was new to me. Shelley said something about doing a Zoom where everybody pays $5 to Zoom for the day. And that money will go to Janet also.
Oh,
Malia, do I
nice.
have that right? I think so. That's $5, and then you go to Zoom, and everybody's in the Zoom thing together, and then that money will be given to Janet and her family. And I think, what did she say? Shelley said she can do up to 100 people.
Yeah, I think that you can do 100. Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that the normal capacity for 100?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So, if you can't afford to do anything more than $5, that's a good way to do it. So I'm very excited about that. She did not say what date she's going to do it yet, but she did say this was an idea that she thinks she wants to try. So I said, yes. Oh, it's called a Zoom craft along. Yep. And it's $5, right? I think $5. It hangs in my head, $5. She could probably ask 25 and I would still pay it. Yeah, 100 people in Zoom. Oh, listen, sweetie, I've been in a Zoom where there were over 275 people. And we were all like a half a postage stamp big. And then at the end of the video, they go, everybody say bye. Everybody unmutes, and all you hear this collective, bye. It's in a book club. All right, so should I color in these little thingies on the side here black, or should I do something else in them? I don't know what to do. I can't leave them blank now that I got them there. I have to fill them in. They can't stay undone. All right, so what am I going to do? All right, so I cut up, I just pulled a bunch of envelopes out of this little cheap box of envelopes I have. And then I took white cardstock and cut ATC size. These things look huge, but they are 3.5 by 2.5. So I'm gonna doodle on these and do some stuff on them. And then that will be my contribution to the swap. I saw a really good idea on Instagram this morning. I am gonna try this idea. I don't want to tell you what it is. We will have items for all price ranges, so there'll be something for everyone. Good. And I saw the paper packs that Mary sent. I hope the second box comes. A lot of people sent nice art stuff and stuff they've made, and people were. I am amazed that the art community rallies that quickly when something like that happens. It's a credit to the people who do things together, that are friends. And I think the art community is rather a small community, even though there's thousands of us. I still think that the art community is a rather small group of people that have been very generous. So I just think it's great that people have come together to do this for her. Because she's done a lot of stuff for the rest of us. Like, she sends happy mail out, and she always comments on your video, and it's always something sweet. That's the kind of art community that I'm very excited about being a part of. Because I'm usually a thumbs up girl, because I watch on the TV. And then that means I have to go back later on my cell phone to find what it was that I did. And then I have to go back and revisit it. We really wouldn't be able to do this, to do it without this amazing community. When we first talked about it, we had no, see, we all come through when we have to. We may be cranky sometimes, but when push comes to shove, we show up. And that's what I like about the art community. I may have an axe to grind with somebody, but I don't put that on the internet. But if something bad happened to them, I would show up.
Isn't that
nothing is worse than losing someone you love?
Right. Isn't that wonderful, the way the community steps up and
Yes.
helps one another? I just think that's great.
It's impressive, to say the least. I'm wondering if other communities, like I don't know, guys, do the guys show up that have these kind of things?
Oh yeah, yeah. Like I know that my brother's in a motorcycle club, and whenever something happens, they all pitch in.
See, there are still good people left in this world. Sometimes I question that, and then something like this happens, and my faith in humanity has been restored.
Yeah.
All right, so I did the black on the south sides. I think I might be done with this one. I don't know if I really. Yes, she has done a lot for all of us. If not, she comments on, just like you, Barb, she comments on every one of my videos, and it's always something very nice. I got a comment on a video the other day. I wanted desperately to reply to it, but I think I'm probably not going to.
Uh-oh.
Someone telling me, well, that's not a very good idea. And I started to say, lady, I've been doing this for 30 years. I think I got this.
Yeah.
But I didn't say anything. And it's not because I didn't want to.
Well,
not
everybody is nice. Not everybody is.
No, and it was a nice long paragraph too, no less. Telling me all the reasons why my idea was a bad idea.
I see. Okay.
Uh-huh. I'm like, okay. All righty. And I don't want to delete it. But I also am not going to reply. Because I'm not sure if that's what she wants. and I don't
Yeah.
want to get into an argument with somebody over a silly.
You don't want to say, do you feel better now?
No, but I'm thinking it. I really
Get
did.
that off your chest.
Uh-huh. Yeah. All right. Should I color this black now here? Because I
Are
did
you
the
polling the
outside.
audience here?
Yeah, why not? Oh yeah, people really do have too much time on their hands.
Yeah.
Oh yes, she is. Aunt Beck's 100% correct. I love how snarky Shannon gets with people that leave crappy comments. I laughed. Oh my word.
I need to write all those things down and keep them in a book.
Whip one out when you need it.
Yeah, exactly. Because she's got some good ones.
Oh, they were some lovely zingers. And because of her, you know what I started doing? When somebody leaves me a very weird comment, I go back and look and they've made 0 videos.
Yeah.
And they want to tell you how to do yours.
Right.
So you're like, oh, okay. You're just trolling for a nasty comment comeback. And I'm not going to give you the satisfaction, but it's not like I don't want to. My edit button in my brain doesn't always work. But there are some days where it kicks in and I wished it hadn't. Some days I really, really want to say something ugly. But I thought, oh, what goes around comes around and I just need to let it go.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's
All
hard.
Right. You with.
I'm not usually one to pass on a comment like that, but I don't have snappy comebacks like Shannon did.
No?
No, my comment would be delete, see ya, and block.
Yeah.
So I
that works too.
It does. I just don't want to block people, but on the other hand, I thought about it.
I don't have a problem with that. I've done it.
I'm getting rude comments.
Got nothing of benefit to say. You're done.
Oh, what is this? I love getting rude comments. Oh, I don't. I had someone tell me they couldn't watch my hate speech videos. It's a crafting channel. With the side of what? With the side of hate speech? Oh, see, that's the perfect channel. When people don't like your stuff is when they buy a product and you disagree with them on it. Oh, yes. People don't like that at all. You mean you like that?
Well, yeah. Okay. So here we go. Product opinion. It is your opinion.
Yes. And they say it 15
like what
times.
they like.
But they say it in the video. Look, this is based on my opinion and my experience. I watched one of those videos the other day and went, oh, she doesn't like that stuff. And I really love it. And I thought, well, what am I doing wrong that I like it? That's so bad. And I watched it. It was a yarn review.
Oh.
Yeah, I told you about this the other day. She did a yarn review on different brands that are common brands that you could get in big box stores. And two of them I disagreed with. I would have changed the rating. I would have bumped it up or bumped it down by 1. But I still enjoyed the rating system she used. I still enjoyed the fact that she used things like Red Heart, Lion Brand,
Yeah.
Which are very common brands.
They are. And for beginners, they're just fine,
Well, that's just like art supplies. It's all subjective.
Yeah.
What works for one person doesn't work for another.
Well, that's why we buy every watercolor there is on the planet to find out which one is the one that we should be working with, right?
That's exactly why I buy every flippin' black pen on the market. That's so bad. I have more pens that I know what to do with. And mostly when I buy pens, it's black. They're black pens because that's what I do mostly. And I'm easily influenced. So anybody who wants to influence me with black pens, send suggestions because I'm open to it. But I have lots of brands of black pens that I will buy them like this one. This one, I love this pen, but it's just not good on certain things, but it's good on most everything. I love this pen because it's good on almost everything. I'm not so crazy about the Dollar Tree one, but it does lay down some nice black ink. It's just not waterproof or water resistant.
Mm-hmm.
So, every pen has its place.
That's right.
And it puts down nice solid black. That's good. If it gets wet going somewhere to somebody's house, boy, is this going to look like MacArthur Park, the Beatles song about something in the rain, the cake. What is that? Cake in the rain or something? The icing running down. Well, this is going to look like, I don't know, it's going to look like a zebra if it gets wet.
Huh.
So I should never mail this one to your house, right? Because if it rains, they leave it out.
Well, you saw what my stuff looked like on my front porch. It's like, oh my gosh.
I remember you saying you had to dry everything out.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Coptic multiliner. That's a new one. When it gets wet, does it smear?
No, they're alcohol.
Oh, they're alcohol inks. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't own a lot of alcohol inks. I fell off that wagon many years ago. I used them for a while, and then I ended up giving them all away. And no, I did not buy Coptic because who in their right mind would give away a bunch of Coptics?
Yeah, they're expensive.
Yes, they are. I noticed that some of the big box stores have them locked behind some gates at the register.
Yeah.
Because people were taking them. If I was going to steal something, I'd be stealing a silhouette, or I wouldn't be stealing Coptic pens. I'd be stealing the big money ticket. We're going to go to jail. It's going to be for something good, not for a Coptic pen.
Now you watch enough of, you watch enough of those court case things to know that the more you steal, the worse the penalty.
Yes, I know. But it cracks me up. There was some guy who got arrested for stealing food. I'm like, dude, they have food banks.
Don't be sticking that stuff down your pants. Oh my God.
I worked in a grocery store and they would chase people all over, the shopping center with 5 steaks crammed down his pants in his coat pocket.
Yeah.
And when somebody comes in a grocery store in like 110 degrees with a long black jacket on, they're not there to do shopping.
And it kind of give you away. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. This one's simple enough. I can put the address on it. Stamp can go on it. There's a place to put this, place to put me. And I imagine my stamp will kind of go over this. The postage mark will be there. So that'll give them enough room. Oh, I started to say I did it upside down. Oh, it doesn't matter. Ooh, but look, see? Look at that. It bleeds through.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay, who cares? What is this? They have to. When I worked at Michael's, we would stock the markers and the expensive paintbrushes. Oh, yeah. Totally gone. Oh, mercy.
Wow.
Wow. Yep. Well, I think that's why the expensive steaks at the grocery store I worked at were further away, so people had to lean further in to get them.
So they see them picking them up, do they?
Yeah. You lean that far over, you either buying it or stealing it, one of the two. So they got you pegged. Let's see. It's a multiliner, not alcohol. It's a pigment ink. It's a drawing pen. Oh, okay. So let me write this down because what is this? I don't know what this paper is. Well, this is why we do this. We have notebooks instead of random paper. Why is it when you want to write stuff down as a crafter, you can never find, number one, a writing implement, and number two, something to write it on? All right, so let me look back at the name of this thing. I have to scoot the thing
You would
up.
think I would have everything out on my desk, wouldn't you? Now, what is this?
Pilot.
That must be a cheapie.
Tech.
Oh, here. Look here. Look what I have on my desk.
Is that it?
This is it.
You're kidding.
No, that's a multi-liner.
That's this thing?
Copic multi-liner. Yeah.
Oh, hello. Okay.
Water and Copic proof. Okay. So it's a pigment ink.
Yeah.
So
Copic.
this is what you do your line work with, and then you use the other to do the coloring in.
Okay. I wrote everything down. And when we get done with this, you know where my little fingers are going to be. Oh, Amazon. Let me scoot this back down so I can see the comments.
That's not what I'm looking for either.
Works nicely on vellum. Oh, that's singing my song. Oh, I do love my vellum stuff. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much, Safia. You know. See, I like other hanging out with other artists.
You had it right the first time.
Fun. See, this whole pen thing started with Michelle Mitchell.
Yes, it did.
And we were like trying to one up each other on how many pens we bought. Now I have enough pens for the next 40 years on my desk. If you don't believe me. I am not kidding. And still, I have a drawer full of pens somewhere else, too. I am a pen addict. Do they have, like, Pen Anonymous?
Probably.
Oh, my word.
It has been 7 days since I bought a pen.
No, it has not. I bought one the other day.
That's hysterical.
No, there's not open space. I swear there's not. Look, there's things in there. No open spaces. No. No open spaces. Oh, well, yeah, they are. You know why? They dried up. That's why it's open space now. It's because they dried up and I had to throw them away. I have not. Oh, wait. Did I not show you these? And, whoops, let's not let the phone fall and break the thing. I mean, hello. Hello. And then you don't see all the pens and containers behind me. You don't see all those. Oh, wait, one more. Then we have all this, the stuff that I use the most. I mean, I went into the bank the other day and make a deposit. I rarely go into my bank.
Did you finally get in there?
Well, I did. And I'm standing there and the woman steps away from the counter to go unlock the vault for a customer so he could get his safety deposit box out. While she's in there, I'm fondling a pen. Yes, and so then I filled out my stuff on it, on the deposit slip, and I'm holding on to that pen like, this is a nice pen. And I said, she looked at me, I said, here, please take this pen away from me. She goes, what? I said, I have a problem. I have a problem about stealing pens. She goes, oh, okay. And she took the pen.
She believed you.
And I wasn't kidding. It was a stupid little click ball pointy thing.
Well, but I remember working in an office and you had your favorite pens, right?
Yes. And
somebody else would come by your desk and do something and they'd pick up your pen and all of a sudden your pen's gone.
Yep.
It's like, okay, who's been over here and who swiped my pen?
I would be ducking behind a desk because it would have been me. It would have been me. Because I am a pen klepto. And it's not a conscious thing.
No,
I'm just used to moving pens around on my desk and putting them in drawers, taking them out, putting them in containers, taking them out. And so my brain is all about pens.
But I it's like when I work elections and you have to have pens in the booths for people.
Do they disappear a lot?
Let me tell you, middle of the day, you're looking for pens.
You're out of pens.
Yeah.
That's funny. I never thought about that. In the booths where we go, I think there Are there pens or pencils? Because we have to manually do the paper ballot. We don't do it on a machine.
Uh-huh.
We do it on a paper ballot, and then it's fed into the machine. So I don't
So
know if
that's
we
what we do. We do the ballot and then it goes in the machine.
yeah, but do you guys use pens or pencils in the booth?
Pens,
See, I can't remember.
black ink.
Yeah, oh, they're always black ink. You know what a teacher told me one time? Black ink is the only ink you should ever write with because it's the official color of documents. You should never sign a document in
Really?
blue ink and definitely not in red.
Hmm.
I thought that was kind of silly. I was like, really? They go, yeah, we won't take anything that's signed in any other color than black. I was like, oh, okay, good to know. I love these things. I want to put this on an envelope, but I think it's a little big. We have neither, as we just slide our paper in and push buttons. Oh, no, we don't do that. We're still in the 1800s with our voting here. Yeah. All right. So let's try a pen that doesn't soak into the paper. I think this, well, I could do a big blob in the corner. Yeah. Let's do a blob in the corner. Wait, you can't see me here. I'm piddling around. How are we doing on time, Peg? Have we killed enough time today talking about pens?
We still have a few minutes.
All I've done is talk about
And I have
pens.
not
I'm
gotten
sorry.
anywhere near done with these fishes.
So next
that-
time we do a live, we won't talk about pens.
Oh, I think pen talk is fine.
You think so? Thank you for the pen suggestions. You know I'll be all over it as soon as we're done.
So what is your favorite pen, Vicki?
The Uniball Air Micro. And the Uniball Signo. This lays down a little fatter, and it fills in nicely with black. This is a very fine line thing for fine line, but these two are my go-to. Oh, Peg, there's a question for you. Can you see it?
No, because I can't read that far away.
Okay, it says, this is from Angela. It says, what is the blue stuff you're putting on the fish? Is that chalk?
No, this here, that's just a Posca.
Oh, you outlined it with a Posca.
Yeah.
Okay. Chalk, huh? You know, there is something that I never got on the bandwagon for, and that's pan pastels.
Oh, yes. Well, I own them.
I have never used them. Never, I don't know why I was never curious about them, but I don't, well, maybe I think the price kind of put me off. Because I know they're not cheap. But I don't own any of those. Now what are you doing? I just looked up.
What?
What are you-
Oh, I was just playing with the bubble.
Oh, okay. So are you covering something up? No.
No, I don't have what I want to do some of the fine detail here. I need to switch pens. Imagine that. I need to switch pens.
Oh, you're singing my song.
And what I might go to are some of those marker fine line type pens.
I think the reason I don't have pan pastels is because I'm not a color girl. I'm a black and white. So I think, and I shouldn't say that after I just showed you all the colored pens on my desk, but mostly I'm a black and white person. I mean, I can color in doodles, but mostly it's pens that are black for me.
Come on out of there. Yeah, that's more, I wanted something subtler, which this is. I was trying to put some emphasis to make the bubble round. And that just wasn't working. I need to.
Barb, I'm sorry about your computer.
Is hers crashed?
No, she left a comment here that she says, there, I moved my computer, which is still working, and now you guys are going to get off the air.
Oh. Sorry, Barb.
Well, I didn't get as much done this chat as I thought I was going to. Well, ripping up one of the things did not help. I don't usually do that. That was like impulsive, wasn't it? So
well, I got distracted with the detail on this because I wanted to have the koi fish stand out. This one I have a lot of work to do on. The whole page has a whole lot of work, but those were the sprays in the background, and so I wanted to come back with, these are those Nuvo glitter marker.
What? Wait, is that something I don't have?
Yeah, probably. Because it'd be sparkly, right?
Oh yeah, I'm not a sparkle girl. I like looking at everybody else's
it's gonna give that weight to the bubble down there.
I like looking at everybody else's sparkle.
Well, I really like that on the black.
It looks
really
good on black.
Yeah. So I was going to use these. These are I've had these forever. They're a glitter marker.
Barb has a question for you. Can you see? You want me to read it to you?
Let me. Stumbling Mondays, absolutely. You ready? You ready, Barb?
Now your computer is feeling better?
Let me see. Not this week. This week, yeah, I have two different, I have to take Ron to the dentist in the morning and to the urologist in the afternoon. So my Monday is pretty much wiped this week. But we will do that for sure. Yeah, appointments. Oh my gosh. We've got so many appointments. That's one of the reasons that I'm streaming on the weekends, because during the week, my appointments are just going nuts. So
I don't have a life. I don't have a life. I don't have a life, so I work around Peg's schedule.
God, I hope that's not surgery.
Toe fixed? What does that mean?
I don't know. She'll have to share
with us. You got boo-boo on her toe?
I don't know.
Our bull. Oh yeah, I've had ingrown toenail surgery. I'll have to say that it's much better once it heals up and it's over. Let me just say that.
So they have to cut around it?
I cut part of my toenail off, yes, on one side where the ingrown part was inflamed. It wasn't that it was unpleasant, but I needed lots of painkillers later.
Well, the healing afterwards. Okay. Because I remember my mom, she wore those pointy-toed shoes when I was a kid.
Oh, geez.
And so she had, not only the hammer toes, but she had the ingrowns. And so what they did is they took the whole toenail off.
My grandmother was missing a big toenail. My whole life as I was a kid, I was like, why does her toe look like that?
Yeah.
And then finally one day somebody told me it's because they had to take the whole toenail off. And so she just had this big blob of skin. I mean, it wasn't unsightly or anything. I just thought it was weird. And then I found out it's because she had to have the whole toenail taken off. And I
Yeah.
thought, thank God they don't do that all the time now.
Well, they did both of her big toes, and she
Oh
was
my,
walking around on her heels for a while, and I thought, "Oh, that's got to be so uncomfortable."
it is. It took a while for me to get over having the surgery, but they did it right there in the doctor's office, so it really wasn't, I didn't have to go into anesthesia or anything crazy like that. It was just they did it in the office and poked me a couple times, deadened the toe, and off they went. But the medication they gave me,
But as soon
oh,
as it wears off, my gosh,
oh
it's
no, I was high as a kite.
gotta
They
be
gave
like
me
you're
some
on
great
fire.
painkillers. I don't know what those painkillers was because it was like 45 years ago, but I have
Yeah.
to tell you, they had some great painkillers. I saw all kinds of visions. I saw elephants floating in the air and bubbles, and I don't know what that stuff was, but have to tell you, I didn't
You
think about
want
my
me
toe.
huh?
I did not think about pain or my toe ever.
Funny.
Oh, it was great. I was hallucinating all over the place. I was talking to myself and trying to catch the elephants in the air, and I was high as a kite, but I didn't
That's good.
hurt. I didn't feel any pain. Now they probably don't do that. They don't give you the good stuff anymore.
No.
Not like that.
I don't know, they probably had too many people that didn't come back out of that stuff.
I don't know. Does it seem like I came back out of it?
Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna touch that one.
Oh, come on.
Not touching it. So is there anything here that I've missed that I really need to address? Um,
Thank
yeah, be
you.
sure and check out the Crafting Mamas tomorrow,
Yep,
about noon, I think.
I'm gonna be there.
And lend your support. Hopefully you'll find some really cool stuff.
Oh, I saw a preview yesterday. There was a lot of cool stuff. Becky, did you tell them how much to did you give them a starting point for the bid on your baskets? I did not for the knitting. I just said it gets what it gets. Who cares? I didn't She asked me, did okay, you didn't either. Okay. So whatever they make is whatever they make. She did ask me if I wanted a minimum set and I said, no, just no. Cuz I don't really care. All that stuff that I sent, I looked back on my Ravelry page. Some of it was 2011, 2012. And I thought, well, maybe it's time to let it go.
Yeah.
I live in
Well,
Texas. It doesn't get
you
that
can
cold.
always find a good home for stuff. Like Becky had that beautiful blanket she sent to me, and the little gal next door was having her first baby, and so it's with the brand new first baby, so it
Isn't
went
that,
to a good home.
isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
I thought that we were done with grandchildren. And then my son got married and they had a baby. And I was like, oh, okay. And I gave all the baby stamps away, all the baby stuff away, and they have a baby. And it's a girl. So then I was like, oh, well, I'm a boy grandma. So now I have to be a girl grandma and I knit all those fruit caps for them
And they were
for my
adorable.
for
They were
my niece and my granddaughter. And I did save back a baby Afghan that I might send later because the other grandmother made a beautiful Afghan for her that I saw when we went to visit in November. It was so cute. And the colors were earth tone colors, like variegated earth tone. Oh, it was pretty. because she likes earth tones. I'm like, yes, my kind of person. I like that a lot. And her favorite color is green. So I'm like, oh, honey, where have you been all my life?
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I was so excited. Okay. Let's add a little interest there. These
The
guys-
links in my info are broken. Okay,
What?
in the description box.
I don't. Who said that? Oh, that is the worst part. Becky, that's the worst. I hate doing ends. I tried to do the ends as I do. Like if I start a new color, I try to thread all those in real quick. What an annoying part of knitting and crocheting is threading in the ends. Blah. I don't enjoy. I don't think I've met too many people that
Okay.
enjoy sewing in the ends.
I see
Ever.
what she's talking about. These ones for you guys, for Barb, and I'll fix those.
I have
Um,
no idea what you're talking about.
Well, I put links in for you and for Barb and the people I chat with here.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you.
But they don't appear to be working. You see the ones that work are in blue like this.
Oh, I
And then
see. Okay.
these are like this. So yeah, I'll have to fix those.
Oh, okay. My phone's totally turned off, so the only comments I'm just looking at the doodah here, this green thing. All right, this
So,
is
yeah.
kind of naked. So
Thanks for pointing that out. And I wonder how many videos are like that because I typically just copy and paste.
oh, I see the same thing. Oh, maybe I have to go back and look at my stuff.
Yeah, go back and click on them and make sure that they're
Oh,
working. 'Cause
gooey. I'm still trying to learn the end screens. I
well, you
tried
did a good job on it.
once. Once. I tried to do it the other day without you holding my hand, and it absolutely did not work. So you may have to hold my hand another day because I could not get
I
it to
can
work.
do that. I can do that, no
Okay.
problem.
You have
Everyone needs a treadmill.
baby steps.
Another country heard from.
Yeah.
I guess I'm hearing that I
Are we over
probably
time?
have to go make some lunch and yeah.
I hate to say what I'm going to do after we shut this off. It's very unpleasant.
Well, he's going to go get his exercise, which will take about 20 minutes, which is enough time for me to get something on the plate for him. So,
You know what I'm doing when we stop this video?
taking a nap.
No, I'm going to break down and vacuum.
What? Rumio isn't working?
Yes, but I don't turn the Rumio loose in my art room because it eats stuff.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, so I have to physically vacuum in here. And I looked down and I thought there was a bug on the floor. No, it was hair.
Oh.
And it moved. And I was like, oh, it's time to vacuum.
Oh my gosh.
I saw it move and I'm like, oh my God, that's a wad of my hair.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm going to have to break down and vacuum today. But I won't have to do it again, for a couple days. That's the good thing.
So it is Messy Table Studio. And let me see if I can get there from here.
I know, poor Vicky. I have to vacuum. I know. I just don't know what a sacrifice it is. That chews up my art time. I mean, we laugh about it, but I have seen some of these people's studios that look like they have never cleaned up ever. Ever. And then I see other studios that are so pristine. I'm thinking they never make art in there because there's nothing messy. So you have to find a happy medium. At least I think so. I don't know. Maybe not. I've never been I've never been an obsessed housekeeper like my mom was. And I think that's why I'm not obsessed, is because my mother made us that way when we were kids. So I don't really want to be that way as an adult. Okay, so I got 3 envelopes done. That's not too shabby, is it? because last time we did this, I got nothing done.
Okay, I got it posted in the chat there for you.
Well, thank you, but you didn't really need to. That's fine.
Oh yeah, I do.
Oh, okay. I know not to argue with you because I always lose.
You do not.
I do too. There's never a draw.
Anyway, so it was fun crafting and chatting.
Yes, it was.
And
Thank you, everybody, for coming because, I don't do lives. And I sweat bullets every time she goes, and we're live. I'm like, no one's going to come. I'm the live doubting Thomas.
And now you know the people that are here. So there you are.
I'm getting to know some of them I've never known before. Thank you very much. What is Function of Light One's name?
That's Andrea.
Andrea. Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Andrea.
No. Wait a minute. What am I saying? Yeah.
Is it? Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. It was fun. And Sathia.
Okay. I'm a little bit dingy. All I can say is I'm a little bit dingy today. In my defense.
Sleep deprivation will do that to you.
Yeah. So anyway, I need to finish out this for sure.
If you guys want to hang around, I could drag the vacuum cleaner out and you could hear the noise to prove I did it.
Anyway, I think I gotta go cook, and I will be seeing you all down the road.
Thanks for coming, everybody. We really do appreciate it.
We do appreciate you. Bye.
Bye.